swing, make you burn, gonna make you sting.
Most rock vocalists peak in their 20s and fade by 50, but a rare few defied the laws of aging and biology, preserving the power that made them legends. These are 10 old frontmen whose voices still give you goosebumps. If you grew up with these voices, hit that subscribe button and join us for the countdown. Number 10, Bruce Dickinson. At 67 years old, the Iron Maiden frontman is still hitting operatic high notes that singers half his age can only dream of reaching. Born August 7, 1958, Dickinson released The Mandrake Project in March 2024, his first solo album in nearly 2 decades, and toured internationally in support of it. Reviewers celebrated his voice as one of the most spine-tingling sounds in heavy metal. Precise, powerful, and somehow still soaring. What makes this even more remarkable is that Dickinson beat throat cancer in 2015. Doctors warned that radiation treatment to the base of his tongue could permanently damage his vocal cords. Instead, he returned stronger than many expected. Bands like Avenged Sevenfold and Trivium cite him as a direct influence. Iron Maiden continues touring worldwide, and the man who sang Run to the Hills in 1982 is still running. His voice remains one of rock's greatest natural wonders. Number 9, Glenn Hughes. The man known as the voice of rock has retained an astonishing soul rock range deep into his 70s. Hughes joined Deep Purple in 1973 and appeared on Burn when it was released in February 1974, bringing a funkier, bluesier edge to the band's hard rock foundation. His ability to shift from tender falsetto to raw rock power made songs like Mistreated and Stormbringer unforgettable. In 2024, Hughes embarked on a tour celebrating the 50th anniversary of Burn, and critics noted his range and control seemed nearly untouched by the decades. He also fronted Black Country Communion alongside guitarist Joe Bonamassa, where his voice proved it could still carry blues rock anthems with the same fire he once brought to Deep Purple. Artists like Miles Kennedy have cited Hughes as a blueprint for combining power with emotion. The voice of rock is not just a nickname, it is a lifelong achievement that the calendar simply cannot erase. Number 8, Rob Halford. The metal god can still summon his trademark piercing falsetto at 74 years old. Born August 25, 1951, Halford fronted Judas Priest for the release of Invincible Shield Sears, the band's 19th studio album, in 2024. While time has taken some sheen off the most extreme upper register, his voice remains well beyond dependable and worth every minute of stage time. Halford pioneered the pseudo-operatic vocal style in heavy metal, alternating between a throaty growl and an ear-splitting falsetto that influenced everyone from Bruce Dickinson to Jeff Tate of Queensryche. What sets Halford apart is his absolute refusal to compromise. He does not lower keys or avoid the difficult songs. He attacks them head-on, reminding audiences why he earned the Metal God title in the first place. Came out publicly as gay in 1998, becoming one of the first major metal frontmen to do so, and his courage inspired a generation. His voice, his legacy, and his presence remain completely unshaken. Number 7, Ian Gillan. The man behind Smoke on the Water and Child in Time is still touring at 80 years old. Born August 19, 1945, Gillan turned 80 in August 2025 and has told rock interviewers he has no plans to retire while Deep Purple continues to perform. His powerful voice and remarkable range made him one of the greatest hard rock singers of the 1970s, and the scream on Child in Time became legendary, a sustained wail that seemed to defy human limits. His work on albums like Machine Head and In Rock defined hard rock's core sound, combining blues roots with raw, primal power. He sang the role of Jesus on the original Jesus Christ Superstar concept album released in 1971, showcasing versatility far beyond hard rock. While age has naturally lowered and rounded his range, his tone and delivery still carry emotional weight that few active vocalists can match. Gillan influenced singers like Bruce Dickinson, Ronnie James Dio, and David Coverdale. His passion burns as fiercely as it did when Machine Head was new. Number 6. Robert Plant. The Golden God's voice has aged into something deeper, more settled, but still capable of raising the hair on your arms. More than 50 years after Led Zeppelin's peak, Plant's vocal instrument has transformed rather than simply declined. His voice defined the sound of 1970s rock, from the wailing blues of Whole Lotta Love to the mystical folk passages of Going to California, influencing every rock vocalist who followed, from Axl Rose to Chris Cornell. Plant spent decades exploring different musical directions, most notably his Grammy Award-winning collaboration with Alison Krauss on Raising Sand, released in 2007. He has continued to tour with his band Saving Grace, blending traditional folk with rock elements that suit the evolved instrument he now carries. His voice has matured, losing some of its stratospheric highs, but gaining genuine gravitas and warmth in exchange. Bands like Greta Van Fleet openly emulate the vocal style he pioneered. Robert Plant continues proving that the Golden God's voice is not fading, it is simply changing form. Before we continue, which of these vocalists blew your mind the first time you heard them? Did you catch any of these legends live back in the day? Drop a comment and let us know where you are watching from. Number 5. Mick Jagger. At 82 years old, born July 26, 1943, Jagger is the most improbable vocal survivor in rock history. He has fronted the Rolling Stones for over 60 years, and his voice retains a remarkable amount of the swagger and character that made Satisfaction hit number 1 in 1965. His style was never technically perfect, but was unmistakably his own, dripping with attitude, blues soul, and the kind of charisma that simply cannot be learned or taught. Songs like Sympathy for the Devil, Gimme Shelter, and Start Me Up showcased his ability to embody rock and roll's rebellious spirit across every decade.
I was around when Jesus Christ had his moments of doubt and pain.
What makes Jagger's vocal longevity so remarkable is his work ethic. The Rolling Stones tour constantly, and Jagger has treated his voice and body like an athlete treats their instrument, working with coaches and maintaining strict fitness routines. He underwent a successful heart valve replacement procedure in April 2019 and returned to the stage just months later, posting a video of himself dancing as proof of his recovery. At 82, Mick Jagger is not just surviving, he is still genuinely leading.
Please just forget about me. Cancel out my name. Jesus made it right to me. I love it just.
Number 4. Roger Daltrey. The man who unleashed the most iconic scream in rock history, the howl in Won't Get Fooled Again, is still delivering it on stage at 80 years old. Born March 1, 1944, Daltrey turned 80 in March 2024. While he adapts his vocal approach and his range is not identical to what it was in 1971, he continues delivering 2-hour-plus live sets with remarkable commitment. His work on albums like Who's Next, Quadrophenia, and Tommy defined both rock opera and hard rock vocals for an entire generation. Daltrey's influence runs deep. Eddie Vedder of Pearl Jam has cited him as a primary influence, and the powerful, emotive singing style Daltrey pioneered can be heard in rock vocalists across every subsequent decade. His ability to adapt his vocal delivery while preserving the emotional core of the songs is a genuine masterclass in what longevity actually looks like. At 80, Roger Daltrey proves that the voice of a generation can still speak, and the world is still listening closely. Number 3. Alice Cooper. The godfather of shock rock has barely lost a step vocally. Born February 4, 1948, Alice Cooper turned 77 in early 2025 and continues touring with his full theatrical production. Watching a live performance, it is genuinely difficult to measure how much the decades have truly hindered his ability to command a room. Cooper burst onto the scene in the early 1970s with theatrical rock anthems like School's Out in 18, combining horror movie theatrics with hard rock hooks. Albums like $Billion Babies and Welcome to My Nightmare cemented his status as rock's premier showman. Cooper's influence on rock and metal is enormous. Marilyn Manson, Rob Zombie, and countless shock rock artists owe their careers to his pioneering blend of music and theater. He has released more than 24 studio albums across his career and never stopped touring. His voice retains its signature sneer and confrontational edge, and his stage shows remain as elaborate and entertaining as ever. At 77, Alice Cooper remains proof that shock rock never gets old when it is done with genuine mastery. Number 2. Sammy Hagar. The Red Rocker is still firing on all vocal cylinders at 77 years old. Born October 13, 1947, Hagar hit the road in 2024 with the Best of All Worlds tour, featuring Michael Anthony, Joe Satriani, and Jason Bonham, drawing strong reviews across North America and Japan. His career spans decades, from his early days with Montrose on songs like Rock Candy to his solo classic I Can't Drive 55, and his enormous commercial success as Van Halen's frontman from 1985 through 1996. His powerful bluesy voice brought a different energy to Van Halen, delivering Right Now, Why Can't This Be Love, and Dreams to millions of fans worldwide. Hagar has amassed 25 platinum albums, with sales surpassing 50 million worldwide, and earned a Grammy Award and induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. His voice has aged gracefully, retaining its warmth, strength, and the genuine enthusiasm of a man who still loves performing more than anything else. At 77, the Red Rocker's engine continues to run as hot as ever. Number 1. Paul McCartney. The most beloved frontman in popular music history is still belting it out in his 80s. Born June 18, 1942, McCartney has spent more than 60 years at the center of popular music. And rather than accepting a quiet retirement, he spent recent years hauling his remarkable talent across the United States, Canada, Australia, South America, and a headline Glastonbury set on the Got Back tour. His voice defined the Beatles from the tender ballad of Yesterday to the raw energy of Helter Skelter, and the range between those two poles alone tells you everything about what he once was. His voice has naturally aged, losing some of its youthful brightness, but it retains a warmth and character that is still instantly recognizable and still capable of filling any arena with real feeling. His recent performances proved he can deliver concerts running close to 3 hours, moving through Beatles classics, Wings hits, and solo material with the energy of a man who genuinely cannot imagine stopping. Every pop, rock, and indie artist of the last 60 years owes something to what McCartney invented. At over 80 years old, Paul McCartney remains the gold standard for vocal longevity, proof that truly great voices and truly great artists never simply fade away.